Welcome back to Out of the Fog. I'm Karen Hager. Did you hear it through the grapevine? Colette Baron-Reid and I are taking over the world, and it starts now because we're going to take your calls and do lightning-fast readings during this segment of the show. Colette is an intuitive counselor, a life strategist. Her latest book is The Map. Go buy this now, would you please, while you're waiting on hold? The Map, Finding the Magic and Meaning and the Story of Your Life. And if you head over to masterintuitivecoachinstitute.com, you can find out about the coaching program that Colette has come up with to help people become certified intuitive coaches, to take your journey and your experience and turn that into something that can then help other people as well. So, Colette, are you ready to begin to take over the world one reading at a time?
You are so cool.
Well, thank you. I have more
Yes, I am.
now.
Let's do it together.
Let's go to our first caller. This is Beth from Montana. And Beth, you're on the air with Karen and Colette. Hello. Is there a question that Colette and I can look at for you today?
Well, I'm going to be real quick. About 3 years ago, Colette, I talked to you on Hay House.
Okay.
And you told me, I was telling you, wondering if I was going to change careers, and you said, yeah, I see you working in hospice and doing Reiki, and not a half hour after I talked with you, I went over to the post office, got the paper, and my job was in the paper. And I'm a CNA for hospice and home care. And I don't think I would have gone for that had I not talked to you. So I thank you for that. And I thank you. You were just
that makes me want to cry. I love it.
Well, and I guess one thing I would like to know is if my job is going to evolve. I'm a CNA for them, and I'm 57 years old, and it's really hard physically. Mentally, I love it, but I want to go somewhere else with it, and I wonder if you see that possibly happening there.
Can I jump in first?
Please do jump in first.
Yeah. I'm actually getting you as a counselor. I don't know what a CNA is. What's a CNA?
It's a certified nurse's assistant. I'm the one that just cleans them up and gives them baths. And
No. You're going to do the talking now. I'm actually seeing you more as in the counseling side of things. So I don't feel that you're doing that. And I feel like you're going to be working very strongly with the families. I see you talking to families. So maybe it's, and I keep thinking about Elizabeth Kubler-Ross for some reason. So it's just a different, you take what you do and add the counseling or and it's not grief counseling. It's more about how to help people die.
Yeah, I want to help the families before their people pass over and help the people pass over. I really, that's where my heart is.
So you're like a death midwife, you know? It's like that's what I see you doing, and it's not going to be that difficult, but I do see you having to take some kind of a course. I'm going to pass it over to Karen now.
Yeah, and Colette, I agree with you about maybe is that Beth's going to be getting a little more education. I'm guided to say, Beth, that this is education that really does, if you don't slog through it, this is stuff that really, really piques your interest. When you talk about the physical strain, the strain on your physical body, I'm being guided to say one thing that may be making it harder. I feel like you're carrying a lot of you go into it thinking this is going to be really hard. You carry that tension, and then it is really physically hard, right? It's harder than it needs to be. Really connect with yourself before you go into work and ask your guides to make this as not hard on your physical body as they can for you. The other thing is that as things change, my sense is that you make a natural transition. There isn't a giant break where today I'm a CNA and then like a year and a half later I'm the counselor. Your transition seems to come naturally. It just flows for you, which is really nice. And I think that you're going to find yourself as you're working as a counselor, you're going to be using your kind of natural intuitive gifts as well to sort of see the questions behind the questions, address the issues that are coming up as sort of before the people ask them almost. And it's part of why you're going to be so successful. You're doing good work. You know that, right? You're putting a lot of light out there.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that helpful stuff?
Oh, my gosh, you guys are so great. And, Karen, I'm going to be taking your course in April.
Yes, you are. I'll see you in April, baby. Thank you. And our next caller, we're going to go zipping right into it. Our next caller is Cisco from Oregon. And, Cisco, you are on the air with Colette and Karen. Hello.
Well, hi, ladies.
Hello. What's your question, hon?
Well, I want to know where I'm going, because I'm going somewhere.
Can I just ask what you do right now? Because I'm getting a bit confused. I'm not able to get a clear connection to you.
Oh, that is so good, because that's the confusion. I do.
Because you don't know either. Well, here's what. Let me just jump in. Is that okay, Karen? If I go first? Okay.
Yep.
So here's a couple of things that you have going for you already. I mean, you love to help people. Actually, have you gained quite a bit of weight?
No.
Oh, has your a good friend? Why am I picking up being weighted? Weight. A lot of weight. Would you say that you've
avocado bacon sandwich?
No. No. Would you say that you have a tendency to pick up the weight of the world? Would you say that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because I want to say
mystery. It's all because of the mystery and figuring out the puzzle. I'm always trying to figure out the puzzle.
Okay, because you have a natural. Well, here's why I thought you were overweight, because you're highly clairsentient, and a clairsentient can tend to put on weight, but that's not it. So I'm going to say that you need to be in a profession where you'll use your intuition, and I'm going to say it's a profession because you need structure and you don't have that. So why I couldn't really get a real grip on you. You don't like structure. You're very creative, but and actually you're allergic to authority too. So that would you have to do something on your own. But you were born to help other people, and that sounds like a very cliche thing for me to say. But now more than ever, your life experience has afforded you a lot of wisdom, and it is time for you to be able to bring that wisdom that you have accumulated through your own life experience into the lives of others. So you're in you're kind of in the crone cycle now, where it's time for you to become that wise woman and embody the wise woman archetype and act again similar, as we told the other caller, not to work with hospice, but work as a coach, a counselor, as somebody who is able to impart advice and insight, because you are naturally gifted to this. Would you say that makes sense to you?
Yeah.
You just don't want to do that, huh?
No, I just like to figure out the puzzle, and things are coming to me on some kind of different level, and I'm just real curious about it. But there's, and like I'm an artist, and I a little bit of everything. So, but that's not sustainable. And
no,
I don't know.
But your creativity can be something that you do while you help other people. And the fact that, I love that you keep saying, I just want to figure out the puzzle. What you need is at least some form of the way that you can express that, being able to have a structured business where you are helping people, being paid for it so you can do your art.
I just wanted to say to Cisco, and you were saying this is kind of like going to motorcycle school and crying all the way through motorcycle school. What came up for me around Cisco about that wanting to know the answer to the puzzle, that there really is no answer to the puzzle. It's about living it. It's about being in the puzzle, about being the puzzle, right? Staying in the present moment, like we've been talking about and like Colette talks about in her book. Staying in the present moment and living your life as you're experiencing it now, that's where the opportunity comes. That's where the intuitive flow begins. That's where it is. That's where the magic is, Cisco. Not in looking for the answer or reaching ahead. It's in being where you are right now, and that makes everything so much clearer. If you tried to create art with half of your mind in the past and half of your mind in the future, what you created might be kind of stunted and strange. But when you create, as you know, when you're fully present with what you're doing, when you're fully open to what can come through you, then bam, that's where you've got it. And so I just wanted to step in and say that because that just came through really clearly. For you, Cisco, you've got a tremendous amount of creative power. And however you choose to use it, you're going to do a great job. I know that you don't like authority very much, but see, there's a difference between like boundaries and structure and authority, right? So you can set boundaries for yourself so you don't have to carry the weight of the world and still not have anybody be the boss of you, okay? So that's what I wanted to say to Cisco to kind of finish this up.
Hold on, selector.